Welcome to ABS Supply, where innovation never sleeps. We're here to talk about three main things today that everyone buying a blast pot should consider. If your distributor doesn't bring up these three things, run. Don't walk, run. Find someone else who can talk about them intelligently. Our number will be at the end of the video. So, these three, please stay and listen to the end to all of them. 2 out of 3 won't help you. It's not going to take that long, I promise, and it's worth your while. So, number one item, very first important, first question anyone should ask is what pot is right for you? Is it pressure release or pressure hold? They are vastly different pots. So, pressure release, this pot on my left, what it does is basically when you let off the trigger, it is shutting the air off in front of the pot. So the whole pot is depressurizing, blowing down every time you stop blasting and let off that dead man. Where's that a positive? That's a positive in a hopper system where you're blasting large items and you've got large volumes of coal slag or whatever above this in a big hopper, where when you stop, let off the trigger, you want your pot to blow down and automatically refill. If you're blasting where you're loading your pot by hand, a pressure hold pot is a much, much better decision. Some of the other cons to the pressure release, and this is what I see so many people buying these pots because they're a couple $100 less, when in reality, it may or may not be the right system for them. The pressure release, every time you're letting go, this whole pot here blows down. So we're losing all that compressed air. One of the most expensive parts of blasting is the cost to create compressed air. The other thing is we're introducing moisture into that pot. The releasing of that compressed air, it adds water and moisture to the pot, reducing the flow of your media. Also, you're wasting media every time you start and stop. Have you ever wondered, is that slug for 5 or 10 seconds of media where half a bag comes out? Is that normal and is it mandatory? No, it's absolutely not. But that is the way pressure release pots, no matter the manufacturer, are designed to run. Now, both these pots will blast the exact same amount of square footage once you're up and running and everything's balanced. But this one, the pressure hold gets there much, much faster. With this pot, your start and stop is so much cleaner because we're leaving all the pressure in the pot. And we're simply shutting the air off in front of the pot and the grit off at the bottom. So when we go to fire back up, like doing small parts or railings on and off the trigger a lot, this pot so much more efficient. This will save you media, time, compressed air, dollars, lots of dollars in your pocket. And if you're loading the pot by hand, where you're putting bags into it anyway, there is no downside to having a pressure hold pot, short of the couple $100 you're going to spend extra at the beginning. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can make that money back really quick. So let's talk about item number 2, the second thing. Pneumatic or electric remote controls. What's the difference? Well, electric remote controls run a 14 gauge 2-wire control, most of them out and back. Here in Minnesota where we live, in the winter, a pneumatic remote control system with the twin line, any moisture at all in your air is going to cause that to freeze up, and it's going to cause stops in blasting. Very hard to get anything done in below freezing temperatures. Also, with the pneumatic system, you're limiting yourself to 100 feet or less on a dead man switch. Anything over that, the signal does not become reliable. You can't really count on it working. With an electric system, we can go up to 600 feet, easy, and farther if we need to. So, not a problem to run those hoses in longer runs. So, freezing temperatures, where you live, you want electric. Long runs of hose, blast hose, over 100 feet, you need electric. It's that simple. The third item, and last, that most people overlook, the valving. Valving is extremely different between blast pots. Not everyone is the same. Yes, a ball valve will meter abrasive, but will it do it correctly and will it do it efficiently? No. Now, when sand was being used and it cost you $10 to get a dump truck full, it really didn't matter as much. So what if I use 10% more media? But now with shipping costs, fuel, and just the flat out cost of media buying alone, 5 or 10% savings in media over the course of a day, a week, a month adds up to real dollars. That's what you can get by getting valves that precisely meter it. Hence why I'm a huge fan of all Schmidt valves. So much more efficient to meter the valves. And having a pot that's, say, pressure hold versus pressure release can save you another 5 or 10% on media just from your start and stop inefficiencies. So these are the 3 things that you should consider. And if you don't, give us a call, 877-909-7848. Jason Johnson signing off. Remember to have a blast.